All right, we're back. News Extra time now, KNEB. Brought to you by the Gering Civic Center on this Monday. It's a holiday today, Kev. Martin Luther King Day. We'll send it across to you, Kev.
All right, thanks, Steve, and good morning, everyone, and good morning to all of you who have gotten up and are working today. And even if you're not working and you're listening to us, that's great. I know probably a lot of people aren't working today, but Bob Hastings, Gering Superintendent, is one of those people working today. And he is here. We're going to talk about things going on with the Gering School District. First of all, you've been on the job, what now, about 8 months?
7 months or so.
7 months? So, what do you think?
Yeah, it's been great. Gering's a great community. We have, great teachers. We have great kids. It's been a lot of fun. We've got a lot of, I think, fantastic things going on in our district, and it's fun to be able to be a part of taking those great things and kind of moving them forward and even making it better. So. Really happy that we made the move out here, and family settled in well, so we're enjoying it.
All right, let's talk about some of the things facing you guys. Budget situation is always difficult. I think it's more difficult for Gering simply because you don't have as much property tax base as, say, Scottsbluff does, as, say, some of the other school districts around the state. So how difficult is that going to be this year?
There's still some unknowns. We're still... the legislature is in session right now talking a little bit about the state aid formula and how that will impact schools and what our state aid will be this year. So we don't exactly know what it's going to be. But you're right, Kevin, that budgets are always challenge. We'll work and figure out how we can most efficiently use the dollars that we have. Gering doesn't have a lot of ag valuation, and so you're right, we don't have the access to the property tax dollars that some districts do. So we're trying to look and be creative at ways that we can maximize the money that we can access and spend it in the best way we can. So we'll continue to work through that process and try and be as efficient as we can and still provide the best product for our students.
Facilities. You guys working on? You have a brand new elementary school, but obviously some other buildings probably need some help. Where's the biggest issue? Is it you guys are going to have a strategic meeting, a strategic plan meeting here very shortly. What type of things will you discuss in that?
We're going to do some strategic planning here this spring. One of the big focus of strategic planning is to come out with a 3 to 5 year kind of plans for our district that'll help focus us and move us in the right direction. So we'll have use that process where we'll bring in an outside consultant who will lead administrators, teachers, staff, community members, parents, even students through a process of helping us to kind of determine what Gering Public Schools is going to be all about and set our direction for the next several years. So one of those pieces will be looking at our facilities, but really our programming is what's going to drive our facilities. We're trying to decide, what is it that we need to offer for our kids, where does that need to take place, and how can we best use our facilities to meet those goals. So that's really what we're working at. We don't have any one big project on the horizon right now, but I would expect that with our strategic planning process that may come forward through that process. But we'll continue to take a look at that.
Technology will be a big driving force of those strategic planning meetings, right?
Yeah, it absolutely will be. Actually, we've already started taking a hard look at our technology, laying out some goals. We have a group who's studying our current technology plan and putting together a fresh plan that will hopefully set the direction for our technology for the next few years. We have some, I think, pretty ambitious goals. We want to be able to get more technology in the hands of kids and in the hands of teachers so that they can start to really use those tools to create the best learning environment possible for our kids and prepare them for the life that they're going to have once they leave our buildings when they graduate.
Most of the rooms are technology are wired up, but it's just trying to find a way to make sure kids know how to use technology safely, effectively, and get the best out of it. Right?
That's exactly right. We have students, teachers have more access to more technology at both at school and away from school than they've ever had in their lives, in history. And so we need to be able to help kids understand how to use technology, not just be consumers of technology, but really users and creators, so that they can take those skills and leverage them when they go into the workforce and that they're ready to use them in a productive way.
All right. Take a quick break, talk about a few more things right after this.
Generation generation of virtual meetings is arriving at the Civic Center. Boost your productivity by meeting with multiple locations at one time.
Maybe
and
talk
have less
about your
travel
scores
expense.
a little
With
bit
the
here.
Polycom video system, you work visually in HD, allowing a rich learning experience. With no freezing a picture and a great sound system,
So no, you
your
guys
speaker
did-
can be
you guys did all right
off-site
with
and
your
have
scores.
human interaction. Call 436-6888 or visit www.geringciviccenter.com. The Gering Civic Center, true inspiration.
All right, we are back on News Extra. We have an echo in here for some reason, all of a sudden after the break. We're talking to Bob Hastings, Gering Superintendent, and they're coming up to testing season now, where kids take a lot of the tests to determine where the school district is, where they're doing well, where they're not doing well. You looking forward to that? What has been the situation here in the last, say, year or so?
Yeah, we have the state writing test, the NESA, Nebraska State Assessment System writing test, that is going to begin in the next couple of weeks. And that'll be a test where all of our 4th, 8th, and 11th grade students will respond to a writing prompt, and those are sent away and scored. We'll receive data back comparing with individual scores and building scores and district scores and statewide scores. So it gives us some good information to understand the strength of our programs and where we need to improve. Then in April, we'll have the state reading and math and science test that we'll be administering to the majority of our students. And so it's good to be able to get the kind of feedback that we get from those assessments. And there's a lot of importance placed upon them at the state level. And so we do want our kids to show what they can do. Every year when we get results back, we'll dig into those, roll up our sleeves, and try and figure out where we can get better on a year-to-year basis. And so we're always happy to get that feedback.
What are the past scores here recently showing where you're good and where you maybe need some work?
Historically we've done very well in the area of writing, and so I anticipate that will continue. Math has been an area of strength for our district, really all the way up through the high school, and so that's exciting. We do in Gering give every single junior the ACT, which is very unusual. It's a pilot project that we're a part of, and so all of our students take that, and I think that's good and prepares them for college entrance and places a nice focus on that. So we'll continue to work in those areas. We want to see improvement in the areas of reading, and I'm certain with some of the curricular changes we have coming up that we will see those things.
Okay. Can't let you go, I guess, without asking you about the big elephant in the room, and that's whether we should arm school officials with weapons and guns and so forth. There's a bill in the legislature. School board president Bob Kinsey over in Scottsbluff said he wants to make sure it's a local control thing, and it might be a good thing for some of the rural schools. What's your thoughts?
That's a very touchy issue, Kevin, and I here's what I will say is I think we have an excellent police force. We're fortunate in Gering to have access to a strong police force in Gering, and the Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Scottsbluff assists if that would be necessary, and so we feel like we have a lot of excellent safety measures in place. The police can respond to any of our schools, within a minute or two. They can be there very quickly, and so we feel very comfortable with that. Whether school officials should or shouldn't be armed is something that I guess I will leave to the legislature to work out. It will be an interesting debate, but I don't feel like I feel like Gering Public Schools is in a very safe position, and I'm very comfortable with where we are.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate you coming in, and good luck with the rest of the school year.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
You bet.